Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to share some travel tips for Japan, especially for foreigners who may not be familiar with the culture and customs. Japan is an amazing country with a rich history and unique traditions, but it can also be quite different from what you're used to. So, let's get started. Culture, etiquette, and manners. Japan has a unique culture with many customs and traditions. It is a country where etiquette and manners are highly valued. Always be polite and respectful to the locals, bow when greeting and thanking people, and remove your shoes before entering homes or some restaurants. Also, avoid talking loudly or eating and drinking while walking in public. Learn some basic Japanese phrases. Knowing some simple phrases like hello, thank you, and excuse me can go a long way in communicating with locals and showing respect for their culture. Public transportation. Japan has an extensive and efficient public transportation system, including trains, subways, buses, and taxis. However, it can be overwhelming and confusing for first-time visitors. Make sure to get a Suica or Pasmo card for easy and convenient payment, and be aware of rush hour times when trains and subways can get extremely crowded. Food and drink. Japanese cuisine is one of the best in the world, but it can also be very different from what you're used to. Don't be afraid to try new dishes and flavors, but be aware of some cultural differences. For example, slurping noodles is considered polite, and it's customary to say itadakimasu before eating and gochisousama after finishing. Also, drinking in public is legal in Japan, but it's not acceptable to get drunk and loud. While many places in Japan accept credit cards, cash is still the preferred method of payment in many places. Be sure to have enough yen on hand for your trip. Crime and police. Japan is generally a safe country with a low crime rate, but it's still important to take precautions. Avoid walking alone at night, especially in unfamiliar areas, and be aware of pickpockets and scams in crowded places. In case of emergency, call 110 for the police and 119 for the ambulance and fire department. Unexpected situations. Traveling can always bring unexpected situations, so it's best to be prepared. Keep your passport and important documents safe, have some cash and credit cards on hand, and download some useful apps like Google Maps, Japan Travel, and Yurikuru Call for earthquake alerts. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help or advice from the locals or tourist information centers. And that's it for my travel tips for Japan. I hope you found them helpful and informative.